How are you today? We are back again to week 2. I'm really sorry about last week, grade 7s. I don't know what was happening. The network in my area was very bad from Thursday and Friday. And it was happening from 3 o'clock until 5. I don't know what was wrong. I'm sorry about that. Did you manage to see the uploaded lessons for last week for history? Did you manage to view the lessons on YouTube for social sciences, history? Grade 7s? Did you manage to go through the history for last week? Okay, that's good. Okay, so this week we are going to start on geography. So the topic that we are going to focus on is structure of the earth. We're going to look at structure of the earth. Okay. So what are we going to look at today? The main topic is structure of the earth. So we're going to look at 2 subtopics. We're going to look at the core, the mantle, and the crusts. And then we're going to look at how the crust moves. And also we're going to understand how tectonic plates move. You understand what is tectonic plates as we move on. So that is today's topic. Make sure you pay attention so that you are not left behind. Okay. So the structure of the earth is divided into 3: the core, the mantle, and the crusts. The earth is a sphere, and it is made up of the crusts, the mantle, the outer and inner core. Imagine cutting planet Earth in half, like an apple or an orange. What would you see inside? So we're going to view some diagrams that will explain better for us to understand what? The structure of Earth. Here's a picture of the structure of the Earth. Pele? Okay, that's very good. So here we have the structure of the Earth. Look at the picture. So we have the crust here. This is the outer part, the crust, followed by the mantle here. And then we have the outer core and the inner core. So this is the structure of the Earth. The crust, mantle, outer core, and inner core. So for you to be able to remember, you can just say CMC, crust, mantle, core. And the core is two parts, inner and outer. CMC, crust, mantle, core. Are we together, grade 7s? Okay, let us look at the core. What is the core? What is it made up of? It is the central layer of the Earth, which is divided into two parts. So here it is, two parts, inner core and outer core. There is the inner core, which is solid, and which is the hottest part of the Earth, with temperatures reaching 5.5 degrees Celsius. It's very hot there. The solid part is made of iron and nickel. It is about 1,220 kilometers thick. And then the outer core, it is made up of liquid. So you have to remember the difference between inner core and outer core. Inner core, solid, outer core, liquid. This outer core, it surrounds the inner core. The liquid part is also made of iron and nickel. It is about 2,250 kilometers thick. So that is the core. And then we move on to the mantle, the middle part. This is between the crust and the core. It is made up of minerals such as iron, magnesium, and silica. The upper mantle is semi-molten. What does it mean to be semi-molten? Does anyone know the meaning of semi-molten? It means half liquid, half solid. Half liquid, half solid. And it is 670 kilometers thick. Junior, you came in late. We have started. We are looking at the structure of the Earth. So we are discussing the mantle now. Temperatures can reach up to 500 to 900 degrees Celsius. The lower mantle is solid and about 2,230 kilometers thick. Temperatures are over 4,000 degrees Celsius. So that is the mantle. And then we look at the crust. This is the outer layer. This is the outer layer of the Earth, just like a skin around a peach. So we call it the crust. The ocean. I can see someone is asking. Let me see. And the mountain is 5,000 kilometers thick, ma'am. Okay. Hope Helen. The oceanic crust is thinner than the continental crust. It is made of igneous rock rich in iron and magnesium. It forms the surfaces of the ocean basins. The continental crust is thicker than oceanic crust. It is made of granite rock. It forms the surfaces of the continents. So, on the oceanic crust, that's where we find the oceans, the ocean basins. On the oceanic crust, that's where we find the ocean basins. And then on the continental crust, we find what? The continents. So that is the crust, the outer layer of the Earth. Are we good so far? Are we moving together? Okay, that's good. All right. Okay, now we look at how the Earth moves. The crust of the Earth moves. How does it move? There's a movement that takes place on the crust of the Earth. But how does it happen? What happens there? There are certain features known as tectonic plates. Tectonic plates. What are these plates? Tectonic plates. These are huge parts of the Earth's crust that move. So these plates, they are found on the crust. They move. You will understand as we go further. And what are fault lines? It is a fracture in the ground that occur when tectonic plates move. So we call them fault lines. So when these tectonic plates, they move, they leave a fracture. That fracture is called what? Fault line. The crust of Earth is made up of 7 large sections called tectonic plates. There are 7 large tectonic plates on Earth. Their boundaries are called what? Fault lines. You remember fault lines. So, which are the 7 large tectonic plates do we have? We have the African plate, Antarctica plate, Eurasian plate. So it's a combination of Europe and Asia. Eurasian plate, North American plate, South American plate, Pacific plate, and Indo-Australian plate. This is a combination of India and Australia plate. So those are the 7 large tectonic plates. There are also other small ones, but these are the large ones. So they are easy to remember because they are also names of continents. They are easy to remember because they are names of continents. It's only this one, which is the name of an ocean. Are we together? So those are the tectonic plates. Let's move on. Here is a picture showing you the plates we talked about in the previous slide. Can you see Pacific plate here? North American plate, South American plate, African plate, Eurasian plate, this one, Indo-Australian plate, this one. Did I leave, and how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the Antarctica plate, this one. So those are the major tectonic plates. Can you see the other small ones? This one there, and also that one there, the other one there. But these ones are the larger ones. So what happens to these plates? How do they move? That's what we're going to talk about. There's a certain movement that occurs. And every year, these plates, they move by a few centimeters. They move by a few centimeters. Okay. Now let's look into detail the tectonic plates. Tectonic plates are made of oceanic and continental lithosphere. They are made of oceanic and continental lithosphere. Let me show you on the diagram. So they are made of what? Continental lithosphere and oceanic lithosphere. So here is the tectonic plate on top. The oceanic and continental crust is on top of the lithospheres. You can see from the diagram. So we have the lithosphere below the crust. On the crust, that's where we find the plates. The lithospheres are on top of upper mantle called asthenosphere. Asthenosphere. This is the asthenosphere. So we have asthenosphere, lithosphere, that is continental and oceanic, and then we have the crust, also continental and oceanic. Asthenosphere, lithosphere, crusts, or tectonic plates. Is it clear, grade 7s? So far, so good? Are you not sleeping on the sofa? Okay. Okay, Tiana, you're awake. Okay. All right. So far, do you understand tectonic plates? What is happening there? Okay, Amanda. Yes. Haupele, yes. Yes, yes. Okay. Okay, so those are tectonic plates. Movement of tectonic plates. How do they move, these tectonic plates? How do they move? You can't see the screen. Tiana, what's happening? You can't see what I'm presenting? Others, do you see properly? Okay. Okay, that's good. Okay. So, geologists have studied the places where plates meet and found out that these plates move at an average speed of 3 to 5 centimeters a year. So what causes this massive plates to move? So there is this great heat from the core that comes from the core, which causes convection currents in the rock, which move through the earth mantle and provides the energy that causes plate movement in the crust. So you can see the effect. It starts from where? From the core. It starts from the core. So the great heat in the core, it breaks what? The rock, causing what? Convection currents, which provides energy for the place to move. Now, there are 3 ways in which tectonic plates move. 3 ways. We're going to look at them now. A, convergent movement. B, divergent movement. Sorry. C, transform movement. So all of these are movements. There are 3 types of tectonic plate movements. Let's look at them in detail. Let's start with convergent. What happens in the convergent movement? Some plates move towards one another. You can see in the example there. For example, the Eurasian plate and the Pacific plate. When they collide, they crash against each other. It's convergent movement. So when 2 plates move towards one another, the land is lost or destroyed as one plate goes under the other back into the mantle here. So they are colliding, moving towards each other. It's called convergent movement. And then we go to divergent. This is when the plates move away from one another in opposite directions. Where two plates move away from one another, new land is constructed on the crust here. So they are moving away from each other, and new land is formed here. So this is called what? Divergent movement. And then we look at transform. What happens during the transform movement? Plates slide past one another. For example, here you can see when they glide past each other, we call it what? Transform. For example, the Pacific plate and the North American plate at the San Andreas fault. It's called the transform movement. Okay, so we are done with our structure of the earth. We looked at tectonic plates, their movement, the structure of the earth, the core, the mantle, the crust. I want you to research on these key terms. Make sure you research on them, find out their meaning, and then we'll go through them tomorrow together. Volcano, crater, lava, magma, eruption, vent, hotspots. Volcano, not Wi-Fi, hotspot. Volcano, hotspots, not Wi-Fi. Don't write about Wi-Fi, internet. I'm talking about the volcanic hotspots. So research on those. How many are they? 2, 4, 6, 7. 7 words. Try to research and find out their meanings. And then we look at the homework. Let me share the homework. That is your homework. Structure of the earth. Number 1, name the 7 tectonic plates. Number 2, explain the main differences between the oceanic lithosphere and the continental lithosphere. Number 3, name and describe the 3 types of tectonic plate movements. Number 4, describe what you think the Earth's surface might look like 1,000 years from now. That is your homework. Did you take a peek? Okay, Tiana, yes, okay, that's good. Others, did you take screenshots? Okay, I'm not rushing. Hopefully, okay. So those 4 questions. Fiso, we are done. Oh, that's good. Is there anyone else left behind? Oh, okay. Opel. We're just waiting for Haupele. Is it Haupele? Sorry. I hope you are done now. Are you done? No. Are you writing down? Okay, that's good. Yeah, done now. The contacts, my email, the second one. So it was nice having you grade 7s. Take care, guys. Be safe. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow, same time. Do your homework and research on those key terms. Bye.